G'day guys, and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of our Voxel Tycoon series. This is our Lakes and Mountains series. This is episode 8, and we are in, pretty much vanilla Voxel Tycoon with a few little mods here and there. This series we're focusing on, we're focusing on one of the mods that helps you to really alter the landscape and really get into that as well. And all the mods that I'm using in this series should be listed in the description just down below. Yes, so this episode we're going to kick off. Let me just make sure the sound isn't just too loud there. I think we're all pretty good. Yeah, this episode I'm going to do a couple of things. Now, at the end of episode 7, we'd already unlocked this area with this lovely big mountain range here, and we'd unlocked over here this extra bit of land. Now this extra bit of land here is does have sand in it, and we'd started to build this really cool sort of extension of the industrial the industrial railroad. So we will fill that, get that going, and we'll get sand sort of connected and get this connected out there. That's going to be fantastic. But what we're also going to do, we need to look at a metro extension to this city as well. Yeah, we definitely need to look at that. I think that'll be great. Challenging, but great. I don't know how we're going to do that. That's going to be interesting. Okay, but I like challenges, so that's going to be good. But what I also thought we could do this episode, we are making money quite easily, and I'm on speed 1, and we're just bringing money in. So there's a few things that I want to do. Firstly, the wood situation is just a mess. So I need to rebuild lots of it. I'm getting requests for really complicated end game products here, but that's all right. I think it's because I'm progressing the tree as well, the research tree. We're just unlocking a few different things, including lab 2. What I thought we could do is move the labs as well. I've got so many projects, so we might look to move the labs out, but what I want to do as well is start to knock away some of the mountains just a little bit, to the point where we can allow some of these lands to expand a little bit more. So I think that'll be quite good as well. You can see here we've got these guys expanding into the look, they're expanding into there, and I think we can probably flatten out a few things and help them to do that. So this episode, let's do a little bit of land clearing and land management around our cities. Let's look at the freight line extension and have a look at a few other things. So guys, jump in, enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you over here actually in just a sec. Okay, now I definitely do need this city to be able to expand, and in order for that city to be able to expand, I think what I'll need to do is, see, this town over here, this land over here has coal, and I don't think I'm going to need coal. I think I do need wood. So if this town was to expand, this one's a coal resource and this one's a coal resource, so I don't think I'm going to be able to allow it to expand too much. So I think what I will have to do is carve into the mountains and maybe just see if we can get expansion that way as well. So I think we might need to do that, and in order to do that, I think we should complete the rest of this industrial railroad just to land it out there. So let me firstly just pause and work out what our sea level is. So our railroad is 1 above sea level, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's their sea level and we're 1 above. So we want to keep it on that. So when we get round to here, 1 above sea level is this level here. So what I think I'd do is, let me just clear, because we're going to need to clear a lot of this anyway. Yeah, I think we'll just clear this guy out here, so we can just say, well, this is where it's going to be. And if I have a look at it, that essentially means that the railroad is going to be up there. Now, I've also left room here so that we can put the railroad in, but I've got this little turning area here. So we've got to see about this, because we want to put in obviously a station for the vehicles to pick up. So we've got a little bit of room. Is this land that I might? No, that's coal as well. So I don't think I'm going to want to get that bit of land. But you never know. In order to expand this area, we might later game get this one here. But for now, we want to just work out where these stations are going to go. So jump onto here. What we might do is In fact, we can get rid of that, and because we'll be building up to here. Let's see if I put, because I want this to be, yeah, let me just see how this is going to be if I go right up like this. Okay, let me just do it right up like that and just see if that's going to be something we might consider doing. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll come across here and do that as well. And then we can just leave all the rest down like that. What we might also be able to do is just grab this bit, get rid of those, and say, right here, let's put in, so this might be the industrial station, and we're going to have to naturalize how that all looks in a little bit. So let's go to roads and we'll go to stations, and I want to put in a big station here, not that big, but I think I want to put at least a 4. Yeah, just so it's got enough room to pick up. So I'm tempted to do something like this for this one, and I'll need to do a service road coming out. In fact, you know what, this is perfect, so let's do this. Let's do it. Let's put all the trucks coming in this way, and I'm going to go right to the end of the border there. I'm going to come in like that. Yeah, and then I'll go back to my stations and we'll put this like this. And in fact, let's get the 5. I think we can get the 5 actually. We can fit that in there and just put that like that. Yes. But I'm going to put this as back as far as I can go to allow, if I do it like that, actually, that could be good. Yeah, let's just do it like this, I think. Is that going to be good? Yeah, we'll put it right in there. Yeah, and we'll allow some room behind for different rigmarole. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this building here, 13,000, but we do have a bit of bank there, so that'll be pretty good. And then these guys can come in here, and what we can do when we do this is we can say, so they'll all get back to the that main road, which is a bit odd, I know, but actually I don't like that at all. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Maybe let's go with the roads. Is let me just quickly just get this guy in like this. Yeah, and then if I do this guy in, sorry. Yeah, and then I go like, up. Oh yeah, because we got rid of all the nubbins. And he goes like this. Oh, hang on, that will work. Yeah, that does work. Okay, good. So they will go in like this, and then when they do that, they will come out here. Okay, and they'll go in this bit. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's good. And I'll just get rid of this bit here. So we could do a little bit where they come in this way, or maybe the first entryway is here, then they pick up, and then the exit is just out of this bit. I think that could work. Okay, so we'll put that one in there. Let's get a station in now as well, train station. And I want freight. I just want a bog standard freight station. Where is it? There it is, and I want to go here, and this is, although this freight station rotates, and I want it to be the longest possible, so let me just go here to 250 meters. We've got our key here. We can do this with this key, and you can already see where the train needs to turn around, so they're going to struggle there as well. So that's going to be a real struggle, but it obviously has to touch that one. We can get rid of the other solihull in a moment, I think, possibly. And I might leave room for, yeah, let's leave room for a couple of big, just to keep us a bit of a, well, just to help us work out, yeah, large warehouse. So if I turn around, we've got the warehouse facing forward, and I want that on the ground there as well. So that'll be, let me count the voxels here. So I want that to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 voxels there. Okay, so if we're going to do that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's going to be in like that. Yeah, and then, whoop, there's a bit of a, don't know what we were doing there. Just tried to drag something a little bit itty-gitty. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, we'll clear these guys out and make it nice. Yeah, you got a little turning bit there. Pop in that one large warehouse here, and we can just see about it. So let me just put it right there. Yep, and there'll be all warehouses along there. I mean, this is not going to be a massive freight area, but the idea is that it's going to be quite a decent one. Now, we just need to be able to get the trains to turn around. So I've got this area here. So if I put this, where we need to cut in is the mountains, stations, and it should remember what we're doing. Do I think two? I think we may as well put three. Yeah, three in there could be good. And let's do... because he could do that and then come around and then he will cut in, all right? So I think that could be good, and we don't need a turnabout as well. So if I did that, 136,800. I think I need to do this much as I can. I'm hoping that's going to be there, although I can get rid of it in a moment because we're on pause. So let me do the overhang as much and see if we can get, yeah, right there. That's good. And then see if we can get right here. No, we can't. What's your smallest turn? Oh, there, you're there. Okay, good. If you're there... Okay, let me just see that. If you're there, I'm going to imagine they are coming in... on the left, coming into it on the left. They're coming out on the left track, pulling in this way and then coming out that way. Okay, good. So this is their out. So that'll work. And then this guy is going to be like that. That works. So get rid of the nubbins, get rid of the nubbins. And if we're doing this, we may as well, while we're there, come in and come out like this. Yeah, cool. Okay, and nubbin gone, thank you. And then over here, the clearing of the land. Please, clearing of the land without making it too problematic on the mountain. The clearing of the land is all nice, but we want it to be like this. Yeah, without clearing too much more here. Okay, we'll come at it like this, and then we'll say, good, you're going to be coming in this way, and then I'll cut down here. We didn't want to do that at all. Okay, so let me just try and see if we can get some of this back. And again, when I do this, I'll need to... Actually, that's not too bad if we just do that. There we go. And again, I've been been doing this in between. It's this is not the best YouTubing out there. Okay, let's see if that's enough of this to turn around. If I go to rails again, so this is the one that's going to cause issues. So we are coming in this way. That's where you want to be. I think I need to come across a bit here. It is costing me there. And then this guy, I think I can just come in a bit earlier. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that nubbin. Good, and then it's these guys. So what I want to do here is coming in at this level. We're going to flatten, and we're going to come in. Oops, sorry, we're going to come in here. Yeah, I should be down. Sorry, there we are. We should be flattening. So we should be at this level. This is the straight line we want to follow along. Let's come in a bit. And let's see if we can get it all the way along here, and then we want to cut down as a diagonal along there. So what I need to do then is work out how my diagonal comes along this way. Okay, and this is going to be a 45-degree push along here. Yeah, so it's going to be something like that, 7,000 to do that. Yep, and then if I do this, there's the line. So that is the line, basically. That we need to do. Okay, so I know what to do here. Let me just get my bits here, and I think actually I think this now can all be done in my own time now, the finishing off this. I think you know what I'm doing here. An industrial, we talked about this one. This is the industrial kind of expansion of this area. It's basically just going to activate that area, this town. So let me see about that. I'll just quickly see if I've left myself enough room here for this. I think I have. If I do that, yep. And then if I go here and I go that, yeah, that's brilliant. And then here, I want to go to one back. I want to go to there. Yep, good. And now we're good. From here on in, it's all just regular business. Putting this station together, and that'll be really lovely. Okay, so I will do that. That'll be fine. But now let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I wanna basically see if I can just flatten out some of this mountain and create a bit more land for expansion. So these guys have come up to this level, and I think that's pretty good. But this guy's gone up another one just there. Now, I think what we'll do is just get rid of you. Yep, so you're up a bit. And this one, yeah, you're gone. And then this part here, it's just holding the control button there and there. Get rid of those. And now what we'll do is use my flatten and say from this area, let's see if we can just get ourselves a little plateau here. Okay, let's come up like that so we get a bit of realism. Yep. Now from there, I think what we'll do is we'll just try and cut in. So we've got a little bit of room here, but I don't mind a rock face. And we'll see if we can cut a little bit of a road out there. Yep. What I was thinking is, can I get myself a road and put it here? Yeah, so that will be the road. So if I do that and I get a little bit of a rock face, what will a wholesale cut in look like if I put that in? So if I go like this, I mean, that's a decent rock face, but we can bring it down a little bit. I think we can actually, yeah, we can probably fix it a little bit, because then I can flatten all this out a bit and have some land expansion. Now let's see where these houses are. They're up on the hill actually, and I just want to push this all back a bit and allow these guys to kind of expand. So if I do that, okay, now we can see what we need to do. Yeah, I think I'll just do the same thing across here. So let me get rid of you. Yes, gone. Okay, a few gone there. If we come across to here, it's goodbye. In fact, we can go here and then shift. We'll get rid of the whole lot, which is nice. And then from there on in, we've got the plateau. So if I get my leveling tool and I just come along again with that leveling, and I just go, there you go, right up to the front there. Just that bit, like that. Nice. These guys are gone. And then we obviously want this to be a little bit more natural. So let's see about this. Okay, we really have cleared that off quite a bit there. Got a train depot here, so let me just clear that to there. Although I don't mind going back a little bit here. Sorry, just clear this back with the train depot, allow him to be able to put a second one in. Yeah, I do like that train depot there as well. That really works. And we don't need so many roads coming up here. Yeah, let's just do a bit more this. Okay. And you can go like this. You can come out like that. So you're in. Yeah, we'll do it up like the train station, and then you guys can be more up like that. No, we don't want that, but that could be there. Okay, that's not bad, that's good. Okay, so that allows a few more of these lands to go, and then what we could be having is a bit more of this road expansion around here. So I think what we'll do is we'll allow a little bit more of a carve out of here. I'll naturalize these rock faces a bit and just make them a little bit nicer. But I think we'll do that. Oops, sorry. This tool is powerful. Let's do this. Okay, you're gone. And then what I want to do is just put in the roads here. So this is where it's going to be. So they'll be there to get up here, I like the idea of maybe this road going all the way along, but these roads can be a bit, these ones can be right up there. And then I want like a dead end because I don't want it to go any further, but we can deal with it. Yeah, that's not too bad. And let me put one road up the middle here, and then I'll just connect some of these roads up as well. Yeah, you can connect up, and none of the other roads need to connect up. That's nice. And then from here, these guys can go up here, and now expansion could be sort of progressive and natural. Okay, so that's kind of nice. We're creating a little bit more land there, and that'll be quite good. This is disused space here, so let's see if we can get something in there. If I just go, oops, sorry, you're on that. I'm going to clear a bit of land. Yes, what we could do here, I think, is just get rid of this property. Getting rid of a little bit there. And then once we've done that, it is upper level, isn't it? Yeah, it is upper level. Well, there we go. Let's just bring it up another level then. So that'll be fine. So if we do that, just bring it all up to there. Yep, saving. And I'll just bring this guy right up here. And just say, yep, do a little kind of, be careful along the seafront here. Basically do that because it'll just keep going. Yep, and now we can do a nice, we can put a nice road in. Oop, we can't there. Let's just unpause it. Yep, and let's do that. Yeah, let's do that, and just allow them to expand a little bit, which would be nice. Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, there is a bit of a gap here. I know there's not. We can't get up into that. That's fine, and that is all fine there. But this area seems like it could be good for houses, but we can't really get up there with a road, which makes me want to just get rid of this. Ooh, that's a big one to get rid of. Is this one? These are double houses. How much are you to get rid of? 20,000, 39,000. This is 13,000. Yeah, I don't want to put a road in there. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just leave it. I think we've allowed for some expansion there, and this all looks quite different. Okay, so I'm going to soften this up. This is nice. I'm going to complete the railway line there. And now what we want to do as well is we can allow roads to expand into here. Let's do that. Now I've got the industrial land going on there. I might carve into here a little bit as well. I mean, these guys are coming up here, which is quite nice. So maybe if they're coming up, in fact, that's that area there, like that. Well, what is the height difference here? Because it's this guy is, if you're there, I'm just actually going to see, if you're there, how about we do this? How about we just create a little plateau for you and say, if you were there, what is your plateau here? Basically, we can put a little hole in this part of the world and just say, right, let's create a nice little area. And if you do that, how high is it now for this bit? Oh, it's quite high. Okay. So what we could do here, oh, you're up one. That's why. If I get rid of you, you're 59,000. But I kind of don't mind the idea of getting rid of that. You're up one. You're up a few. Actually, up one might be good. Yeah, we might have to do that, actually. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's create this plateau up a bit, like this. Yep. So, right, what if we did this? Yeah, that could be good. And then you don't need to be up one at all. You can go. So we get rid of this, get rid of that, and then say, right, we need to come down one from there. But at least then, these guys might be okay. And so if we do this, what are you? Yeah. So that means we come down one there. It means we could do a bit here, make this a bit nice. Create a bit of a plateau here. You're up there. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Create a bit of a drop down here and just say, right, what about this area? And then that means that we can definitely get rid of all that and just plateau that. Oops, sorry, you can get rid of you down to ground level, but at least these guys are sitting up on a rock face now, which is nice. This is up one, this is up one, so I kind of feel like we should be up one more, which is a shame. But I really think we should actually. Okay, let me go up one more then, and then that way everyone's on the same level. Okay, if I go like, let me go like this, just say, right, is that going to work? How's this going to work? If I plateau that, sorry, you need to be flattening here. Yeah. And then there, okay. And now if I get this guy, and I should be able to go, right, how do you get up to here? There you go, you're up. Good, okay, good. So we can now use our plateauing tool and we can flatten out some of these guys and just see where we need to be. Okay, and you got that, which is nice. Yeah, and this is the level. This is the level. So we'll do this, we'll come up to there, there we go. Yeah, that's nice. I like that sort of sitting up on the cliff bit, and all flattens in. S comes in a little bit, yeah, just like that. Brilliant, very nice. These guys can fill up. That's good. And then we come along here. And actually we're looking pretty good here because we're sitting in a bit, so we can actually carve in quite a bit here. Yeah, and carve right into this rock wall and create some areas here where we can have this kind of, yeah, there we go, just cut down there. Good. All right, I'll have to come back and just do a little bit of, but yeah, the free terrain mod allows you just to be able to get rid of entire mountains, basically. I don't want to get rid of entire mountain here, but I do want to just create a little bit of extra room for these guys to grow. And I don't mind them coming up to do so. So let them do that. Oh, so that's terrible. I don't want that. Okay, so I think you know what I'm doing there, but what I do want to do is kind of just alter the mountain a bit so that, you know, we haven't lost it completely. We've just got some undulations. So leave me to do that, and I will play with that and make that natural as well. So that's good. There's another project for me to do. Okay, let's go speed 1. We're back to 1500 on that amount. My next project, of course, this episode is going to be to continue over here and put in our industrial for this area. So that'll be quite good. It does want coal over here as well, so we can bring some coal. We can put a coal train in and bring that in. We can use a pass-through, you can get out here, and that'll be lovely. So let me see where we've got a bit of room here. Yeah, what do you got? Your dairy. What have you got? You're the stone. So we are going to use you. Okay. Okay, we want to be we are one up here, and this is where we come in. So we're one up from sea level. Okay. So first things first, we need to put the sand into this area here. So if I pause, 1 up from sea level is this, which is that level. Yep, and then we want to just cut this guy back so the sand is all just kind of nice. Now I've got tunnel there, so I can't go too far in, but I just want to get back a tiny bit. I can, yeah, just a bit back to where we should be. Yep, and then I'm wondering if I should cover in this area, this lake. No, I think we'll stay with the lake. The lake can be something that we are going to work on. But I think I need to just plateau this and make it kind of nice. Now, if I go too far, yeah, it will put a barrier over the top, so we don't want that. So let me do this and just try and get this all by exact. There we go, that's good. Good. And do this, and we're in. Being very careful here because once you put it on, we're just a little bit hard to reverse things once we get in there. Oh no, we should be able to. But essentially, no, we don't want that. We want to be more over the top. Yep, there we go. Good. And this one comes out, this one comes in. And now we're good. Okay, let's think about where we want this train station. So, train will come around here, and I think we want to put the station over this way. Yeah, let's do this. So, okay, I'm not going to create an area here. I'm not going to put that over the top there. What I'm going to do is fill that in, say, right, the train is coming around this way. Yep. And it's going to come along here, the bottom of this mountain, just carefully, and just come along at a 45-degree angle. Yep, that's going to come along there. Just here. Okay, it's going to do that. Yep. And when it comes along, it's going to come along to this area where we're going to be putting our station. So if I come up here, it gives me a little bit extra, and that will be my line for my station. Okay, so if I come in here and put this in, let me do a station, and to lay it, I think I'm going to go the same. I'm going to do 3, but I'm going to do a pass through on either side, so I need one line, just because I don't know what, but I'd rather just plan for it anyway, and while we've got the room, we can put it like that. So I'll do that, and then I'll have it like that. Yeah. Okay, and I'll do another one here, and then that's going to be our bog standard station. Okay, so in this case, I am going to, no, I'm going to leave this actually. Yeah, I'm going to leave this. Let me just try and grab some of this. Cool. And let me do this. Right, this is good. Okay, and that should be enough to get start getting my station around here, my train line around. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it does need to bend in. Okay, it'll probably come around this way. Let's get rid of a bit of that. I mean, this is all sand, so we're not going to be doing too much factory production around here, although we do have plenty of area there. Okay, I'll work this out a bit later. Okay, let's bring this guy in and then work out where he's going to be if he comes along. So if he was coming along here, I want him to be, wow, my 45-degree angles are just no good. Okay, let's do that. No, we don't want that. No, we don't want that. Okay, get rid of him. Let's do this just a bit more. I've got mountains there, so I want to be very careful. Yeah. So why don't we do this? Come out. So right, there's your angle to go across a bit, and then you come along to here. Is that going to work? Yes, that's going to work beautifully. And then you swing in, and it's lovely. So we can come right the way round, and we're going to swing in this way because remember we are coming this way. So you'd swing in. Let's do the widest route, which is good, and then you'll swing out into this. So I want to put these guys into about here, and then I want to say right after that. Let me see if I can get them to do their usual. Yeah, like this. So we go like this. To there, the very shortest, then we duck down to, yep, so here, very shortest it can do, which will be there. Yes, that's great. And then we connect that to that, go straight through, and then we're just using our control key to, is it control? No, A key to just jump off that, or right click, just jump off it. And then from here, I want to be able to then get back into the regular setup, which is going to be there, but I don't think I can do that actually. Oh yeah, I can. Look at that, brilliant. Just get rid of nubbin and nubbin. Yep, nice. And then from here we go all the way down, but this one then connects in the bypass, and that it just needs to be a nice angle. Yeah, beautiful, good. Okay, so that's nice. From there on in, we can just connect this rail up. We don't actually need sand at the moment, although we will get sand for a research project at some point. Let's think about where we want our new research, and I've unlocked the second level research. So actually, maybe this is a good area to put our research. We can just bring it all out by train. That's not bad. I wonder if I could do research. Let me just see if I could do this, because I could put it here, and I could say these guys would come out, drop into it, and then everything just has to come out by train. I like that. Have research trains. Yeah, I used to do that in an older series. Let me see if I could do that now. It could, yeah, I don't mind that. It uses this area for something, doesn't it? Right, we are paused, so let's jump into here and go labs. And I thought I had research too. No, I don't. Let me try that then. What's research 2? Researching 2. Oh god, it's going to be ages before I get that. I'll have these guys. But I still want to bring out my regular ones. So what about if I look at bringing new labs and putting them out there? So if I come out here and I get the labs and I say, right, what about if I did this? They're connected up to the station if they're here. Okay, and I would probably have some automatic things there as well. So what if I did that? He's connected there if I do it. Tempting just to go yes. All right, but I am going to have, I want to face them towards each other. Yep. Yeah, and if I do this, he's not connected if I do that. So let's do, so if I do 4 of these guys, and these are going to be replaced with the other ones. Is that symmetrical? Yeah, I could put these 5 laboratories in, and if I look at the logistics, they're all connected, which is nice, including that last one. But we'll probably have a lovely, I think this is good actually, yeah. And we'll probably have some lovely warehouses there as well. But yeah, I could put those in. That's cost me nearly 500 grand just doing that. Although, no, hang on, I had 1.5 million and I built this station. If I was putting the station in, just see how much that is to build another station. 137. So yeah, this cost me about 350,000. How much are these labs? 72. Yeah, so it's about, yeah, it's cost me a bit to put those 4 in. Right, okay, so that's not bad. It just means that all products have to come in by train, by research trains, but I don't mind that. I think that could be quite good. Allows for the use of this station. We can export the sand out of there, and it can all be lovely, which will be quite good. So do I want to unpause yet? No, I want to just finish building this. Let me do the turnarounds before we do this. So there's going to be the town limits. I don't mind that being a hard limit. So let's get the rail line to do that. In fact, I think I can cut the end off here a bit. Yeah, I think that house will still function if I do that. Maybe. Let's see. So let me see if I can get this guy to help me with that. I want to flatten and just flatten to make it nice. And go back one more. Yeah, very good. Okay, grabbing rails and putting this in. This is where it'll be, and we want it to come right along there. So right along, yeah, nice angle. Looking for a nice angle on that curve. Now we can do a nice big turnaround here, although I do have the sand, so I don't want to do too much. So let me just do that for the moment, and then say, right, what is the best, what's the minimum we can do here? Actually, this could be it. Let me do this and that. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that. That kind of looks all right. We're not using up too much space. We're not wasting space. Okay, so let's say for all these trains, they're going to come in and they're going to turn around before they drop off. Yeah, they're going to come in, turn around, and when they drop off, so they'll overhang at the back if they need to. Although I don't see the trains will need to overhang too much. So let me see if I can make this workable. So if I go here, so the minimum turnaround from here is this. If I do that, and then that, and then Okay. Yeah. Let's see if I can just come in a little bit more like that. Just say right there is good. Here. Yeah, just there, and then there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that would work. Try and get rid of this little nubbin. Yeah, nice. Okay, and then they come in this way and then they go out that way. So that means we can actually signal this up now. Let's do it. So we've got signals coming out of there, have we? No. So we can use some block signals here. Let's do them just here. Thank you very much. And then when they get around to this bit, we'll put another 2 blocks here. Okay, and approaching here just before they make the turn. Yeah. Okay, so when they come out here, I think we can do 2 blocks again still. Ooh, yes, because they're always going to be coming this way. So let me put one there. And then coming out, it's just simply going to be block, block, block. And then the bypass is block. And then up here, it's simply going to be a case that we just want to break up these guys. And then those guys are broken up anyway, which is nice. And then coming in, so then we would have, let's do one here, and then there's a decision to make here. So let's go chain there. Yep, because you got a decision to make. Then once you've done the decision, we want that to be at the last possible point. It's going to be block, 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 and then I will just put the other one here. Okay, and then let me do one in the middle of that as well, and then we should be good. Okay, that's nice. I don't mind that. Okay, that's functional. Let's go speed 1, and now we're doing pretty well because we've put that in place. I mean, it's a shame that it's asking for coal only, but that's all pretty good. One other thing I think I do need is another wood supply. So I would like to get another wood supply, and I can't see where another wood supply is. If I have a look here, this is my stone. If I go around the border, this is my kaolinite, which I don't think I'm going to use in this series. Here's iron ore. What are you? It's iron ore. Your milk, your copper that we're probably going to take because this little area. Your wood over there. If your wood, where is the wood supply? Yeah, I don't think I can. I think I need to go to that other camera, which is going to be. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah, if I do that. If I do this, can I do that? No, I hate this camera. It's a bit weird. Maybe I have to do it like that and then go out. No, that's that. It's a weird camera, that one. There it is. Sorry, that's the one. Where's the wood? Where's the wood? Where's the wood? There's the copper. Oh yeah, wood is just there. Oh, we do want to work out where the gold is too. So there's copper ore just here. What do you got? Oh yeah, more wood over there is good. Yeah, look, we are doing quite well. More wood over here, but I don't like this area. Gold is over there, which makes me think, you never know, we probably should head across. If I come across here, sandstone, yeah. Okay, let's look at that. Look at this curvature of everything. It's weird, isn't it? If I go here, are we back? No, we're not back. That's back. If I do, oh, that's that. Oh, I've taken a screenshot again. I've turned the user interface off, and now I'm back where I need to be. Cool. Okay, so that is all pretty good. Oh yeah, I really need to fix up the plateau, although I'm happy with how it's come up so far. Need to really naturalize it. And then if we look over here, these guys are expanding around the lake, which is nice. So that is pretty good. I mean, I might be able to put a road around the lake a bit because they're not going to really expand. These guys are expanding this way. If you're expanding this way, you know what? You don't want to go up. So every now and then they'll go up a level, and that's because that's where the terrain is. So if I can get ahead of that, of it expanding, then I can actually fix that up. So let me do you, and then everything gone after that. And then from there, let's grab this and do that. Yeah, so without putting over the top of the water there, being a little careful to do that nicely. And then over here, just trying to push back naturally with some of this and some of that. Yeah, good. See, I've just gone up a level there just to kind of, you know, if you're going to expand there, then that's good. We do that naturally as well. Okay. And then you can go around the mountain face a little bit here quite nicely. If I do that, push it back. And over here, we'd say, yeah, just expand. And then over there, expand. Yeah, some straight lines there. So that if it does it naturally. And then here we can just push back a little bit. Good. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. These guys would be good. And just do a little bit there. Do a bit here. Chip in a bit. Chip in a bit. Yeah, nice chipping. Good. And then over here. Coming back to those plateau, and then you'll come back a bit. Okay, good. So that just allows that if it is going to expand, do it nice and have that natural expansion, which would be really cool. And I'll see if I can get a road in here just to get a little bit of a link in there. Yeah, let's just quickly talk about how we would expand, because one thing we do want to do is expand for that town. Now, I don't want to connect this town by road at all. I want to leave it just connected by train, which means I do want my metro to be there. So my metro comes in here, then how does it then get around? So have I unlocked all this? No, I don't. I haven't. I don't see how my metro gets around, actually, unless we do a pass through here and we cut these guys. I would have to lose. I haven't got any properties in here, but I'd have to basically cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses, a few roads. Yeah, I think I even need to get rid of that road, which means I'll probably have to get rid of some of these. No, I could bend it around and put it through the middle. That could work. I could even just put it right next to this road. But I would need to work out how the road gets to the other side, so I'd need to put a bridge over. It's quite a project, actually, to get that through, but it doesn't need that much of holding area. So I could devote an episode to that where I clear this through, and then we'd need to get it. Basically, we'd get rid of this section here and have it go down. The metro would then go down to here. Now the metro could run on this line, but it wouldn't. I would have it run next to it. And it's interesting, what I could do is I could chip in another 2, and I could have this be the new metro line, and then put the industrial freight line 2 more across. So what are you, 4 voxels? 1, I think you're 4 voxels. Just see about that. You are, how many are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 voxels. Yeah. So basically, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? Yeah, I'd do that, and I'd chip that all the way across, and that could be good to do it. Interesting how it'd get there with that one, because I could even just cut this in. I could even have this here and then cut it across. Oh, this could be really good. I like the idea of four lines next to each other, so that the metro can really do that. And then, of course, we can actually add bigger rolling stock as well for the metro. How is the metro going? Is it still got its timing run? Yeah, you got your timing run there. And then the other one here. So it is doing quite well. So that's quite good. And look, we are turning a nice buck. We're not getting, too many issues here. I will start putting in the I'll start putting the new science. I'll start move all the science there. So when we do that, we can get rid of all this as well, and just make the science over the other side, which would be quite nice as well. Science laboratories. In fact, let's do that now. Let's get rid of the science, and then we can use trains for everything science. So that'll be lovely. So if I go like this, I want to get rid of you for pause that, get rid of you, and I need to get rid of this single station here. So if I do that, you're gone, and what else? You're gone there. And if once I do that, I can probably go goodbye, goodbye. And that's a silly little one there, but I don't mind it. In fact, if that goes like that, do this, and then this guy can come up to here and do like that sort of road. And then if we're here, while we are here, this guy, actually, this could be quite good, because what we can do there is just a bit more terraforming here, just to close this guy off. I want it there, don't I? Yep. Yeah, just to bring off that one. That's it. And now I might be able to just bring this road all the way up and say, right, this road is now the connector. And if it does that, oh, there you go. Brilliant. Yeah. And now we can get some properties on either side. I mean, I might have made it a bit too small for them to go here. I know you should probably get a couple in there. But that is quite good as well. Yeah, that is quite good. And then I can even step this guy up. So here, when I do my naturalizing, what I could do is allow for some properties here. So the properties need 1, 2, I think they need 4. Do they? Do they need 4? 1, 2, 3. They need 3. So if we did that, we could say, right, 1, 2, 3 is there. So let's do that sort of all the way across. And then when we do it, right, we naturalize it like this. So we do a little step here, and then we come into that, and then we come into this. And then this is how this kind of could look a bit more natural doing this part. We get it here, yeah, we go to there, and then you go to there, and now we start to get somewhere. Yeah, that could be nice. Yeah, we've obviously got the road just there, which is interesting, but we'll see how that goes. But that could work for like how this kind of steps up. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you got that road there, which is not bad. Although you just need to be to here, don't you? Yeah. So that could even be another plateau of road just there, which could be nice. You come to here. Yeah, and then we just keep it like that, and then this road could sort of do that as well. And again, I'll work out how we fix that other part. But yeah, that sort of stepping with the levels could be quite nice. I don't mind that. Okay, you've seen my the way I'm thinking with that sort of stuff, so that's quite good. I think we don't need this. Do we need this road here? No, I don't think we do need that road just there. So let's get rid of you. And okay, I think to fix it, let's do, yeah, to fix it as well, we'll just do that. So then, oops, sorry. So then this can come in. And then if we're doing that, we can clear that, which is nice. One's up on a bit of a top. And then, yeah, that's not too bad. So if I do that, I think rather than it try and connect up itself, we could do that. And then hopefully it'll put a little property in there, which would be good. Right, I'm going to leave the episode here. I think it's been super productive. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Voxel Tycoon. It's been like a tinkering episode, but it's I really enjoyed it, and I've been able to sort of show you some things that I'm going to work on in between episodes with tidying up and just allowing these guys to expand a little bit, but also preserving these. You know, this whole canyon and the waterfront here and that industrial waterfront, this was all something that I was quite proud of when I made. And I don't want to get rid of that. I like the idea that it comes into here. The metro comes into here. I think that's really cool. And yeah, I think that's nice. Oh, we got that metro depot as well, but we've got this depot here, so we can probably get rid of that one. So yeah, that'll be good. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe to Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our mountains and, lakes and mountains playthrough. Cheers.